SMF Street, MMT traders. We've had some special blog talk, stock market funding videos, and radio, live talk radio on human genome. We call it human genome sciences based on the lupus drug. We talked about yesterday the clear evidentiary facts that they would manipulate the price. We close at 26.48. We come down $3 almost, because there's some controversy around the safety issues of human genome sciences. If you want to find out more about that, what you would like to do is go to stockmarketfunding.com, click on Stock Talk Radio, Blog Talk Radio. We've covered 2 days in a row of live analysis on the approval. We've also talked about in the morning time when we were up here. You don't see it on this chart, but in the morning we ran up to 29.50 in the first 3 minutes of pre-market, futures market, pre-market. And then as soon as they started reading the safety panel review, which is no foundational merit, they put another run on the stock all the way down. You can see yesterday's trading were opened up at 24.60 here, went all the way up to the highs. They gapped it down based on a bunch of headline. Then they ran it back down to the bottoms again. And I'll be happy to show this on another chart as well. This is the SMF trading platform that we use. And here, what we would like to point out on the 60-minute chart is this is where we went up toward the highs yesterday. Pre-market, this thing went all the way up to 29.50. Then in pre-market, before the regular market opened, they dropped it down. You can see down here, I'm going to go to the brain. I'm going to click on Delta, and I'm going to hit 20 deltas. And it's going to draw the trend lines for me. And basically what we did was we had put in a bottom down here at this teeny line. And we had ran all the way up yesterday. You can see that big run up yesterday, and you can see that big run down. Both perfectly in mathematical dimensions. And basically, that's the kind of volatility that goes into these panels. And when I show the broader view, the 60 market chart, each one of these are 60 pennies lines, 60 penny lines. So they took it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 6 is 3.00 equals $3. And so they created, everyone was buying in anticipation. Then they come out, manufacture what the safety concerns, and they're going to have safety concerns. That's what they're there to do, is protect the people. And the thing about it is people are raising doubts. The analyst community are all behind it. The FDA has not made a decision, but this is how the emotional part and people sell it off real hard. And you can see where they took these highs. They gapped it up to 29.50 in the first 3 minutes of pre-market before the opening bell at 6:30. So that's 8:03 a.m. Eastern time. It was up there in pre-market. You can look in the time and sells and see it up there. Basically, what we're watching here is the headline event that caused the sell-off again, how the fat cats come in and buy it, and how they try to manipulate it up. The price print is still right here at 23.91 in this level 2. So they're selling it back down. And they took it all the way back down to 23.68, exactly where it was a couple of days ago. Because it was. And we can clearly see here on the 60-minute chart that the headline event, there's only 2.7 million shares out of there. So basically that's the bid and the ask. The actual chart formation is where, look at, there's going to be concerns. All of our clinical data research shows on the Blog Talk Radio that we talked about. You can find it out there. So go to stockmarketfunding.com and play that there. That's what you're going to want to do. The other event that we're having here is how they walked it down, they walked it up, and now they walked it right back down. And we're, out of the safety, everyone thinks that they're not going to get approved. The little people think that, but all the analysts and all the big people behind it think that you have to pass the Benlysta. There is no cure. It's not a cure. It's a treatment. There are no real good effective treatments out there. So having said all the volatility, this is a 60-minute chart. This is the dollar price movement in human genome. And what we're going to be looking for is where this panel comes out next week and see if they halt the stock on Monday, news pending review, and that human genome gets its justice. They've done hard work. This is the chart, walking that down. They've walked it up. Now they've walked it back down. And the stock has been weak all day based on the fact that, boy, they love the idea here, but then some question mark about some of the safety procedures has got people to sell it down. And as people get washed out of the stock, we'll put a bottom in. Then what we'd like to see is that approval, and then we'll pop back higher.